The price of XRP will be set by all the banks and economic marketplace sites that are linked to it, since value is tokenized and added to the XRP ledger. That's where the real university fee will come from. That's what we're looking at right now. I've even made some of Ripple's biggest friends. We'll keep an eye on how many of the ones that banks only have are priced. Using the newest current deliver would also show how much XRP might be worth compared to other tokens and in the market if those prices were added to the XRP ledger. All of this will be thrown away here. Let's start by figuring out how big the wave really is. Okay, if you look at the whole crypto market and all the companies that are growing in it, I think Ripple has more relationships than any other crypto company. You can see that HBAR might be a strong contender and might be very close. But since you're only talking about bank sizes, Ripple and XRP are linked to many charge systems around the world through their relationships. These include central banks, financial market infrastructure, and things like chips, chaps, and rules. I'm sorry, but Ripple's, including FG Bank, don't have a lot of big relationships. The study says that Mitsubishi UFJ Financial Groups is one of the largest financial groups in the world, with assets worth about $2 quadrillion, $900 trillion. Along with 2,000 sites, they have more than 40 locations in other countries. You can see that they have a lot of fees in this bank. As long as we keep an eye on all of these CEOs, we know that this price will soon be tokenized. It's not logical to think that some of these numbers, which are many costs, would be in the real XRP ledger if the bank was using Ripple. They might have a copy of the bank's secret books. This means that every bank savings could be turned into tokens. They could talk about their safety. At XRP, their bonds can live on their own secret ledger, no matter how old or expensive they are. People leave after they want to charge for shipping, and they either ask for other things or anything that can be sent quickly and cheaply. Also, a financial company like Standard Chartered owns land that is worth about $822 billion. So just those two banks' assets are worth almost $4 trillion. Please take a look at Santander. There were about 1.2 billion, and there are a few less here in Santander. This is the Santander Bank in North America. Of course, you already know that it happens on different levels around the world. However, they have assets worth about $102 billion right now. The bank's overall assets then grew from 358 billion euros to 1.8 trillion euros in 2021 and 2023. In 2023 to 2023. All right, so they have $1 trillion all to themselves. Then I just stood there and looked at some of the biggest banks in the room. You also know about a number of Chinese banks, such as Goldman Sachs, MUFG Bank, UBS, and Bank of America do business with Ripple. Their partner is either someone else or they are running with Ripple right now. The blockchain is being used for this. Some of these banks are Wells Fargo, Site General, Goldman Sachs, UBS, and HSBC. There is no question that Bank of China is linked to Triangle. BNP Paribas, right? Another bank is Royal Bank. Other banks are RBC, Royal Bank, and Santana Group. There are huge fees at all of these banks, most important banks in the world. In addition, they work with Ripple as partners. If you look at how many fees each of these banks has listed under its assets, you can be sure that it is within $1 billion. There you have it, 600 billion. The exact amount is $6.3 billion. Okay, that USD amount was all I wanted to give you. So if you look at China's Business Bank for Agriculture, this is just a list of important partnerships. $3 trillion are in JP Morgan Chase, which is a branch of Bank of China Limited. It is worth $3.5 billion that Bank of America holds. A lot of money is in BNP Paribas. That's right. Is it crazy to think that a lot of these costs will still be on the XRP ledger? That's what I think will happen. That's right, I don't know how fast it will happen. You are adding trillions of dollars to the charge, though, and I think you will see some crazy things happen in the charge as banks start to send all of their value on-chain. Take note of the possible impact this could cause. HSBC, the seventh largest bank in the world with $2 trillion in assets, just fired the first shot when they said they would be using Medico and Ripple to accept Bitcoin. That's right, you go through this. What would happen if $2 trillion, 900,000,000 worth of values were added to the XRP ledger? What might that mean for the charge? That's right. I did a lot of this for you, to be honest. Okay then, since I can tell you're eager to get to it, I'm going to skip ahead right now. Try it out. If you add $3 trillion to the XRP ledger and use the current common delivery of 57.76 billion Bitcoin, the price of XRP might be around $50. 3 trillion is all it is. Imagine that in the next 5 to 10 years you have steady cash, a big bank, digital foreign currency, and other resources. With these kinds of banks and the tokenization of goods, getting $3 trillion could be a normal way to get $50. If we raise that to $5 trillion, we could get $80.66. With the money that is already in circulation, the value of $173 could be in the tens of trillions of dollars. You mean $10 trillion, right? This is what you mean, less than 1% of the total fee in the world, right? Does it seem unlikely that the first class, which is one of the best tools for banks and big banks, will cost less than 1%? Really, I think this will be 5% or maybe 10%. You already know that this can get out of hand very quickly when the number is 10 trillion, 50 trillion, or 100 trillion. Then you properly lower the circulating deliver by staking, possibly through AMMs, and keeping the money with banks and main banks for a long time. That time hasn't come yet, but banks are already buying cryptocurrency to make it less appealing to hold. Put the things in the bank away. Also to offer cryptocurrency to their clients in the right way. That is true for both of us. In turn, this makes you understand that 10 times this amount is almost $700 in real money. That much would be adding $100 trillion to the XRP system. Now you know, but you already know, 20 or 30 billion tokens. Just in case you cut down on the supply that's in circulation, the amount of money you could reach with XRP is $5,000, $6,000, or $7,000. I'm going to look over some of these records again. A lot of you are waiting, so I just want to get to that. For men, if you learned something new from this video, please click like. I get a lot more views because of it. I really appreciate that, so thank you very much. So they can scan and tokenize everything they own and carry it on a chain here at HSBC and Medico of Direction Proper. HSBC has put together a group of technology experts for you. If you pay close attention to this spot, Chris Larson, who is the executive chairman of Ripple, is really